Getting consistent, high quality sleep is one of the highest return investments that you can make for your health, your mood, memory, immune system, and energy. The goal isn't just getting enough hours, it's getting deep, uninterrupted sleep and enough REM sleep. Make sure you keep a consistent sleep schedule, most important for you. Your brain loves routine. Wake up at the same time every day, even the weekends, even on your days off. Go to bed within the same 30-minute window. If you've had a bad night's sleep, don't sleep in for hours. Get up at your normal time and let your body naturally become sleepy earlier that evening. If you work overnight or do shift work and cannot keep a consistent sleep schedule, your sleep routine becomes even more important for high quality sleep. We'll get into that more later. Make sure you're getting morning sunlight within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Spend 10 to 20 minutes outside if it's sunny, 20 to 30 minutes if it's cloudy. Avoid sunglasses if it's comfortable and safe. Make sure you don't look directly at the sun. If you live in an area where you do not get enough sunlight, invest in a light that mimics sunlight. You can search for lights that treat seasonal affective disorder or SAD, which uses specialized light therapy lamps that emit 10,000 lux of bright light. Sit 16 to 24 inches from the light for 20 to 30 minutes a day, ideally within the first hour of waking up, while keeping your eyes open but avoiding directly staring at the light. Morning light sets your internal clock and helps your body produce melatonin at the correct time later that night to help you sleep. Sleep in a cool room. The ideal bedroom temperature for most people is between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. If you do not have air conditioning, you can take a shower or bath before bed and use a fan to cool your body rapidly, which can help signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Your body needs to lower its temperature for deep sleep. If that temperature is too cold, use heavier blankets instead of warming the room temperature. Wear socks if your feet get cold. Make your room completely dark. Even tiny amounts of light can reduce melatonin production. Make sure you try to use blackout curtains, use eye mask or a bandana tied to block light from your eyes at night. Cover LED lights. Turn your clocks away. If needed for safety, you can always use red lights for the bathroom as little night lights so you can see just enough to get to where you're going. Keep it quiet in your bedroom. If your environment is noisy, white noise or sound machines can help drown out the outside noise. You can even find 8 or 10 hour long sleep sounds on YouTube that you can use. Just make sure you plug your phone in. Don't ask me how I know. You can also use a fan, earplugs. A steady background noise is much less disruptive than random sounds. Limit blue light at least 2 hours before bedtime. Avoid phone scrolling, bright LED lights, computer work, or watching TV too close to your face especially. Instead, use your warm lamps, red light. Try reading, praying, going on a gentle walk, journaling. If you must use screens, make sure you use blue light blocking glasses at least 2 hours before bed and cover any bright lights or use your red lights. Stop caffeine early. Caffeine has a half-life about 5 to 7 hours in most people, but it can be longer in some. A good rule of thumb is no caffeine after noon, or at least 8 to 10 hours before bed. Remember, caffeine hides in coffee, tea, energy drinks, chocolate, some pre-workout supplements, and definitely soda. So try to avoid those. Avoid heavy meals before bed. At least try to finish eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Heavy meals can cause acid reflux. If this is an issue for you, you can also look into adding digestive enzymes to help break down your food. Late meals can also increase your body temperature as you metabolize and break down your meal. This can lead to poor sleep. If you're hungry, choose a light snack like butter, cheese, a scrambled egg, and butter or ghee would be great options for you. When you're ready, movement of 30 to 60 minutes a day can be a great addition. Trying to get this movement in 5 days a week is a great goal, but it will depend on your fitness level. Doing activities of daily living like showering or cooking a meal may be enough for someone who's inactive or has severe limitations. Gentle walking or going on a bike ride might be a great option for other people, while swimming is an awesome option that's easy for those people with joint pain. If you're just starting out on your healing journey, focus on a healthy, proper human diet and optimal sleep. This is going to help your healing, and exercise can be added in later when you're stronger, and it can dramatically improve deep sleep. Don't exercise too close to bed. It can keep you awake for some people. Some people sleep fine in the evening after workouts, others become energized. If that's you, finish intense workouts 2 to 3 hours before bed, as some people become energized after exercise while others sleep just fine. In general, I recommend limiting exercise right before bed, as it can increase your hormetic stress, which is good stress on the body, but it can still make sleep difficult for some. Once you have your sleep routine down and are getting regular, high quality sleep, then you can play with how exercise affects you in the evening time and adjust as desired. Develop a wind down routine. This tip is huge. Spend 30 to 60 minutes winding down every evening. This can look like taking a shower or soaking in an Epsom salt bath, reading, stretching, praying or meditating, journaling, sipping on warm bone broth, soft music playing in the background, doing your nightly skincare. Doing the same sequence of events each night teaches your brain that sleep is coming. Stress is one of the biggest sleep killers we have. Helpful habits are to write down what you need to do tomorrow, try to pack your lunches or set out outfits for the next day so you aren't rushing. Gratitude journaling or doing deep breathing exercises, prayer can all help you get in the mental mindset that it's time to sleep. Reserve your bed for sleep. Avoid working, paying bills, scrolling social media, watching hours of TV. Your brain should associate bed with sleeping. This is your safe space, not your worry space. Let's keep it that way. Now, if you can't sleep, you've been awake for about 20 to 30 minutes, get up, go somewhere dimly lit, preferably by red light, read quietly until you're sleepy, drink a warm cup of broth. Don't just lie in bed frustrated. We want to keep the bed a relaxing space. Make sure you take short naps if you do nap. We do our best healing while we sleep. If you need to nap, try to keep them short, under 30 minutes and before 3 p.m. You can adjust this as you need. Some people need longer naps and more numerous naps if they're having health struggles or really having energy issues. That's fine. Just see how it affects your evening time sleep. If you find that you're napping a lot and then not sleeping at night, try to shorten your naps or make them earlier in the evening or afternoon. Watch your fluid intake in the evening. We do want you to drink plenty during the daytime, but slow down 1 to 2 hours before bed to reduce that urge to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Watch your bedroom air quality as well. Your comfort matters. Helpful additions to your bedroom might be a humidifier if the air is dry. Make sure you're cleaning your air filters for your air conditioner. Use air purifiers or open the windows to air out the room. Wash your bedding at least weekly and vacuum every single day, especially if you have a pet that sleeps with you in your room. Make sure you get any chronic sleep issues checked out by your provider. If you snore loudly, you wake up gasping for air, you feel exhausted despite sleeping for 7 to 9 hours, it's worth discussing a sleep study with your healthcare professional just to make sure there's no underlying issues that need to be treated. Be careful with sleep supplements. Some people find these helpful, but they aren't magic solutions. Melatonin, for example, is best for jet lag or shifting sleep schedules. Low doses, such as 0.3 to 1 milligram, often work, as well as higher doses. Be careful because using melatonin more than 3 times a week can cause your own body to reduce your own production of melatonin, leading to worsening sleep and dependency on it. Medications such as Benadryl should not be used as sleep aids because you can become tolerant to them in as little as 4 days. It does not produce actual restful sleep and can lead to drowsiness the next day and increased risk of confusion, falls, dementia, and cognitive decline, especially in the elderly population. Magnesium, if you're deficient, may help relaxation as well as glycine. Some evidence suggests it may improve sleep quality. If you're pregnant, have medical conditions, or take medication, check with your healthcare provider before starting supplements. Optimize your mattress and pillow. Replace worn out mattresses and pillows. Side sleepers generally need a thicker pillow, support between the knees if needed. Back sleepers often benefit from medium pillows, small pillows under the knees. Use allergy covers or mattress covers to cut down on dust and dander in the bedroom, especially if you sleep with a pet. Taking a warm bath or shower before bed helps cool your body naturally, signaling it's time to sleep. Make sure your body is nourished. Fasting can have great health benefits, but only if you're fully nourished. You need to have had your healthy proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. This may take months of healthy eating before you're ready to fast, especially if you have a history of calorie restricting, eating a vegetarian or vegan diet. Fasting before you're ready can put your body in a fight or flight mode, raising your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormones, making it harder to sleep. So feast until your body feels safe enough to fast to get better sleep. Track your sleep without obsessing about it. Smart watches and rings are great for tracking sleep, but not necessarily which stage of sleep you entered. Focus more on how you feel. Do you feel rested? Focus on your consistent habits over a single night's score based on your gadget. Don't chase sleep. Trying too hard to fall asleep often has the opposite effect. Think of bedtime as an opportunity to rest. If sleep doesn't come immediately, staying calm is more helpful than watching the clock. Make sure you get up, try to do something else, and then come back to bed to see if you can then go to sleep. Building a daily routine with these tips will set you up for an amazing night of sleep. If you consistently follow just the fundamentals, regular sleep and wake times, morning sunlight, daily exercise, limiting late caffeine, and a cool, dark bedroom, you're likely to see the biggest improvements in sleep quality. Those few habits have the strongest evidence behind them and are often enough to make a noticeable difference. Like and subscribe for more tips on optimal health and healing. Make sure you comment below what is your favorite tip to getting a great night's sleep.